that I know of. So it's something we should look into at this point.
It's, I think, tough for a governing body to get much out of a budget document or a strategic plan, especially with a capital plan attached to the budget, if they don't have someone minding that on a consistent basis. It's not just something you can do in November and December every year and then, all right, well, we'll revisit that next year.
Yeah, a lot of things that we have are very intricate, they're very time sensitive, that have to be done, filings, paperwork, money being put where they need to be. So that's really important, make sure that's up and running properly.
And as an aside, I actually think the existence of this position is going to give you a better shot of recruiting a good manager candidate. Because when you narrow the pool of manager candidates and bring them in and give them the tour and they have the grip and grin with everybody and they see what all is going to be on their plate, you're either going to get pushed into a higher salary bracket than you're at now, or I think you're going to scare some perfectly qualified candidates away.
We had to change them a couple times this week to the board.
Yes.
Is there a list of stuff you could provide if we agree that we may be interested in stuff above and beyond, like we've done the last, 10 years without this position? You know, what's going to be different? Why do we, more than just discussion, on top of, the borough manager, your responsibilities are currently under borough manager. We'll now go to this person for these items, and we'll get these services above and beyond what we currently get from even a borough manager, or something like that you could do.
Yeah, well, like I said, I will develop a full-blown job description for this position, but I think also either council as a whole or a committee of council, depending on how you're handling this executive search, is going to have to do the same for the borough manager job. Because one of the things Nancy is part of conducting the executive search is going to, and assessing your expectations, is going to want to see a job description for that person. And the job description that exists is basically the ordinance you adopted creating it, and it doesn't even begin to address the responsibilities of that office. So this isn't going to be a one and done. I think there's going to be kind of a parallel track here with these two positions. Okay, so, and last on the list is, I don't know if you've noticed, but my first impression here is we desperately need a cleaning company for Borough Hall. I want to talk to John in Public Works about this, and I haven't done so yet. I don't know if you've all heard, John had a death in the family this week, and on top of that, he is sick. So he has been in and out of the office, and dealing with snow. So he has been in and out of the office, but I would like to bring in an outside cleaning company to service Borough Hall at least once a week, maybe twice a week. And I'll work those details out with him if you're all okay with us pursuing that.
Yeah, the only thing I would ask for is the cost and
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
the companies that we've approached.
Yep. Yeah, well, probably initially we don't know what all to ask of someone, so we would probably look to bring any company in for like a 30-day period to kind of give us an idea of schedule or routine, what they're going to do versus what we're going to try to do on our own. And then we'll use that as a gauge to solicit 2 or 3 proposals. But then the final product, whoever we end up contracting with would of course have to come
As
here.
long as you're below the bidding requirements.
Oh, it'll be below that.
Yeah, I don't have always like talking, yeah.
If it's not below the bidding requirement, I won't be bringing it here, because they'll
Okay.
kill me.
I just thought I'd mention it legally.
Yes,
Yeah, no.
thank you. And that's all I have, unless you have any other questions, but on the next page are some personnel actions I'd like to talk about, and perhaps a little more detail, but it would probably be best to do that in executive session.
Okay. Okay, with everything else, anything you want to say before we go back?
If there's anything on this list that ends up requiring public action, we will come back into public session to take that action if there is any. So,
Okay.
We're not adjourned now.
no.
We will adjourn into executive session and, return.